My life is like my vids, low budget and underrated.
Normally when a grown-up is trying to explain something to a child, they don't whip out a whiteboard with a bunch of fucking schemes, variables, rational and irrational numbers, sane and crazy numbers, or whatever the fuck. They whip out a whiteboard with a bunch of apples and shit. And that's because when we have 4 apples, class, and we take one of them, and if Tommy doesn't shut the fuck up, he's going to take the apple up his ass. We simplify the topic so the little dumbasses can get it. Now, what do we do when we have to explain something complicated to a bunch of adults? Well, naturally, we do the exact same thing. That's why aliens look like this, superhumans look like this, and why every time when we try to portray something as mysterious and complicated in a very direct way, we simplify it. And it's none of those two things anymore. Dark here is the first piece of entertainment to portray this mysterious and complicated idea of time travel paradox and not simplify it, which is like a huge feat. How did they manage to achieve that? Is the secret in the script, the structure, or the concept in general? I have no earthly idea. To be frank with you, I'm just a homeless 20-year-old guy that's way too sweaty right now, so I don't know shit. However, I'm sure that somebody that's way smarter and way more experienced than we will figure it out. And once they do, Dark will be a really big inspiration, almost a blueprint, if you will, for one of the greatest masterpieces ever created in the history of television, which will be released in the next 5-10 years or something.
I told you, nigga, this ain't it, chief. That's what I would have told you. This ain't it, chief.
Sometimes the script feels like it has been crafted by a whole team of writers who are like sitting there and agonizing over every single word so that this scene in particular can be as close to perfection as possible. And other times the script feels like it has been written on a fucking napkin while the writers were having tacos for lunch. What is this shit? To give you a little bit of context here, the main character has been pushed around the whole story like a little bitch.
Deine Rolle in all dem hier ist viel größer als du denkst.
Yes, of course.
Du musst Martha holen, bevor Magnus und Franziska sie holen.
Yes, of course.
Oh, come on, son. Let's get back to work.
Yes, of course.
Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
I am confused.
Wenn du willst, dass deine Martha lebt, dann musst du dich für die Seite des Lichts entscheiden. Und du musst mich zu dem machen, was ich heute bin.
Ich muss. Ich will überhaupt gar nichts mehr müssen. Ich hab die Schnauze voll davon, immer irgendwas zu müssen.
Holy shit, it was so fucking satisfying. One of the greatest scenes in the show, 10 out of 10. The exact next scene is this.
Just a bit of context, these fuckers were in a bunker and a dead body popped out of some portal or whatever. And later that day their father comes to ask about it since he works with the police.
Come on, tell me why you told me earlier that the boy appeared out of nowhere. That is clearly not possible and you're just lying to me. Did you mess up? Were you high or something? No, Dad, I swear we're telling the truth. Why else would we tell you that the boy appeared out of thin fucking air if it wasn't true? Do you think if you just found him there or were fucking high, we wouldn't just tell you that we found him? The detail that the boy popped into existence out of nowhere is completely irrelevant if it wasn't true. And if I was just a fucking smidge smarter than a high schooler, I would tell you this. But because I'm a fucking dumbass, I'm just going to say, nah, Papa, I swear, on my boy Zeus, you gotta believe us, we're telling the truth here. Also, you're a really bad dad. Okay, I'll go now. These scenes are next to each other. What the fuck is going on here? The drop of quality is so fucking severe, it's not even funny anymore. Baron, what the fuck were you smoking? Were you high, motherfucker? You dumbass, bitch ass sucker! You flannel wearing ass cunt, you dumb bitch ass fucking hypocrite, you twatish cunt. What twists? Are we even watching the same show, Better Call Saul Dash? 01753 because I counted exactly 2 good twists in here. The first twist is that the child that disappeared at the start of the series is actually the main character's father, which is completely game breaking. It's the first paradox that we experience and it changes the whole show forever. And it was great the first time. Then the second time it felt like more of a reveal than a twist really, because as it turns out this whole town exists because the children that are existing now have traveled back into the past and have conceived their parents or their grandparents or something. The population of the whole town is just one big paradox. And it goes without saying that the 14th time that they revealed that whoever is whoever's fucking grandson or grandma, I couldn't give less of a shit. It was the story revealing itself. It was entertaining, but it wasn't even close to a twist.
Fuck, but that pussy fire.
The second big twist I saw from a fucking mile away. The big bad guy, or one of them at least, has a deformed face, and since everything is connected, we're in good spirits to assume that this boy is one of the guys that we already know. And which one is the most obvious choice? The main character. And it turns out he is the main character. I gotta say, man, not really a twist as well. It's more of a review. For a twist you need to have an idea and the viewer has to be expecting something and then you have to revert that. For example, a good twist here would be if down the line Adam reveals that he's not the main character. He's actually a completely different character and has been using us and using the main character to his benefit while lying to us. But I guess that would be too much of a twist for this fucking show now, wouldn't it?
Oh my, I'm feeling high.
Yeah, the structure is pretty good.
My money's good.
No, it's actually great. At the start we believed that we can travel 33 years into the past and 66 years into the past. But at the end of season 1 we find out that we can travel to the future. And then throughout season 2 we travel way far into the past and a little bit farther into the future. And at the end of season 2 we find out that we can travel in between different realities. Not only that, but throughout season 3 we do not have a limitation on when we can time travel. So we time travel all over the fucking place, we shift realities all the time, and not only that, I'm pretty sure we traveled to, what was it, fucking 1888 or some dumb bullshit. The second reality that we're looking at has another alternative reality paradox inside of it, and after a while we find out that there was one timeline and then something fucking happened and that timeline separated into the 2 timelines that we're observing throughout season 1 to season 3. The structure is almost close to perfection in here. This is great stuff.
My money's good. I'm all alone.
Sure, they are characters, you know, they exist. In fact, there's a lot of them, but they don't exactly have, you know, character. Now, I'm serious. Tell me one dude that has any distinctive features or desires, apart from Hannah and the fact that she's an evil bitch, but that doesn't count, so I'm listening for others. One, just one, that's all I need. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I've seen a lot of people saying that the characters are realistic, and I completely agree with that. They're painfully average and painfully boring. Just like an average human being, they have emotions, you know, they love their children, they're sad when something sad happens, they have teenagers, and the teenagers are fucking idiots, and they throw stupid ass tantrums, just like real life teenagers. Is that realistic and grounded? Yeah. Does that make the show more interesting when it comes to the characters? Nope.
I live in a constant state of fear and misery.
In conclusion, I agree that some aspects of the show are masterfully done. Others, not so much. Is this piece of media worthy of the title masterpiece? Get the fuck out of here, no way in hell. The YouTube videos use masterpiece because it's a flashy word, and the IMDb reviews are written by old white ladies that have watched The Office and Friends for the last 10 years. But you know what, I'm happy for them. Godspeed to the fucking idiots, because once they actually watch a masterpiece, their mind will be fucking blown. And you know what, all of those reviews are like very subjective. And so is this video. And since those idiots are obviously wrong, is there a chance that I'm wrong as well? And I didn't like the show all that much because I simply have a different taste in entertainment? Nope, I'm always right. Bye bye.
Shawty break my heart, I'ma have to fuck a mama then. I'ma have to hit your cousin and your best fucking friend. I'ma have your brother smuggle on my contraband. And if he gets caught, fuck him, I ain't never met the man.
Gabagool.